My name is Jerry Hess. I'm here for my son. His name is Jacob. He's an 11th grader right now. He was born with a bilateral brain bleed, and his prognosis at birth was real grim. We adopted him, and we were told that he would be blind, he would be deaf, he'd be in a wheelchair, and he's made amazing strides, but he still has a long ways to go. Part of his problem is he's still trying to understand his injuries. So he gets picked on a lot in school because of his injuries. He doesn't quite fit in, he doesn't really have any friends. It's hard for him to associate with everybody else because of his brain injuries. And what I'm struggling with now is he wants to go to college, which I know that isn't a possibility, not a regular college, but there are colleges out there called life skill colleges I've heard about, and but they are so astronomically expensive. I was just wondering if there's any way that grants and scholarships would be available for something like that. And I just wanted to kind of keep it short, but.
Do you have an example of where the life skill college, where's the?
Well, I've heard of one in the city. There's a school in Brainerd too, but that one's not quite as expensive. But I heard one in the cities. My wife knows about it. It's $41,000 a year. And what it basically does is it teaches them, the skills that they need in life to be able to maintain a job and like that. It's not to get a degree, but it's not even, even if they had tech schools again, rather than tech colleges, just to train in a profession, rather than to have all of the academics that you have to be able to do.
Our son, I'm his wife, I'm Connie. Our son is, the school in Brainerd per se probably isn't going to work for him, because at this point, and it might change next year, but at this point he needs like a 24/7, starting in an apartment, learning job skills, because he needs that supervision. Our wayward services would not cover enough at the Brainerd College right now, at the Brainerd Life Skills College. From my understanding, the Life Skills College in the cities is a 3-year program, and at the end of that 3 years, whether it be brain injury, deaf, hard of hearing, Asperger's, whatever the case may be, most of the students go out and are able to live independently, or maybe with services in the home, don't have to be in group homes, don't live in institutions, kinds of things. That's our dream for our son, to be able to hopefully eventually be able to have a job, be independent with very minimal services.
Did you say they are able to live independently?
From what I've been told, and one person I've talked to, their son right now is living independently. They still have their wayward services, more like caregiver supports coming into the home for a minimal amount of time, making sure the house is clean, the checkbook, the meals, and that type of thing. Our son, I'll just make a couple comments off. Finding services, really, really difficult. 17 years ago, nobody had a traumatic brain injury that I knew of, or were hard of hearing. We dug and dug and dug and dug, and we've been pretty lucky. Our son plays basketball, but you give him a book to read, he's got to be probably about his 7th grade, and he's 6'3". But give him a basketball, he'll know any sports statistic that you can come up with. So he's doing well, but we'd like to keep him going to the next level of what he can do. Thank you.
He almost resembles like he's got autism.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.